Hey everybody, it's Dr. Levi. Today I'm actually going to review some of the questions that I received on our YouTube channel for the Ask Dr. Levi comment section. So I want to read your questions and then I'll answer them. So the first question is, any exercises for your joints in your fingers for gamers that weren't already stated? Example, abduction. So with that said, I just did another video today on dexterity exercises. There's a part 1 and a part 2, so that will come out and you'll see them. Some are duckbill exercises, resisted duckbill exercises. I did things that were using a proprioceptive blue ball. There are a lot of exercises there, so yes, you'll see that video. It'll be uploaded with everything. If you check it out, I think it'll help you. Now, the next question was, can you suggest some exercises or routines to improve the flexibility and strength in our wrists? So yes, I can. You can do these exercises around the world, back around the world, resisted extension. So this is extension of the wrist, this is flexion of the wrist. So in the extending, you want to push down. Now, not on the fingers, that's different. I want you to push down on the back, and this is called the back or the dorsum of the hand. So instead of when you're lifting up, extending your wrist, you want to push down. So this will also help you. Then you're going to reverse it, and when you're flexing the wrist, you want to hold here and have resisted flexion. So when you're pushing down, don't push down with your shoulder now. You're only using your wrist. So you're going to hold your hand this way. You're going to push down with your wrist. You want to flex like this. So you're going to hold your wrist. As you're trying to push down, I'm pushing backwards. And that will also help your wrist with respect to strength. Other things that you can do, of course, you hold your hands together like this and just push. So you're going to push to the right, then push to the left. But again, this is resistance. Again, so you're pushing to the right and you're pushing to the left, but you're resisting. And you can just put your hands together, straight, fingers together, push to the right, push to the left. So those exercises are very simple and easy to do to increase the strength of your wrist. The other ones that I love, of course, you take a 3 or 5 pound weight and you're gonna just lift the weight up like this. You lift straight up like this, and then you reverse it and you lift the weight like this. Those wrist curls are just fantastic to increase the strength of your wrist. All right, let's take another question. Hey there, Dr. Levi. I recently broken my wrist, gotten surgery, and I'm almost fully recovered in terms of movements, mostly due to therapy. The only thing that has been getting me worried is a quite aggravating bounce. Can't find the right term in English that I have. I suffer from that bounce in my wrist. It feels like my wrist gets stuck and then suddenly releases with a violent hop, jump. Weird to explain. In the majority of motions, even the most common ones, I don't feel like this is right. Are there any exercise that would help me diminish this? Thanks a lot. So thanks for your question. The hop or bounce feeling you have in your wrist may be due to scar tissue from surgery. You weren't clear about which type of surgery you have, so I'm not sure if you had pins that were placed or a plate and screws. It's not clear. But if you have a sensation like that, number one, you should go back to the doctor, to him or her, whoever did your surgery, and let them know that you have this experience so that they can, number one, take an x-ray, number two, evaluate you, and three, let you know what's going to be best for you. I would recommend for now, continue to do stretching and strengthening exercises for your wrist. You may want to talk to your doctor first, ask him or her if there are exercises specifically that you should do for this. I hope that helps a little bit. It's a little bit vague about the bounce. I'd have to examine you myself to find out what that is, but I hope that helps. But doing some basic exercises for strengthening and stretching and scar massage over the area, I hope that will help you. All right? Now, let's get another question here. Hello, Dr. Levi. Love your informational videos, man. I play computer games since the first MS-DOS days, and I would have never expected to develop a RSI kind of injury. And RSI is a repetitive stress injury. When I play games, now the upper side of my lower arm hurts like crazy. Is the upper side quite close to my elbow? These are the muscles I feel when I move my fingers, like a clicking a mouse. There is no pain in my wrist at all. This forced me to stop playing the game I love, League of Legends. Well, everybody loves League of Legends. I pretty much haven't played for a year now, and the pain is still not completely gone. I have tried everything, cooling, heating, stretching, resting, and combinations of it. I also tried to buy a new mouse and learn to use a mouse on my left arm, but after 2 months, I got some problems on the left side, probably because this arm is not used to the workload of using a mouse. When it feels like the pain was gone, I tried to play a game or two, but literally within the first game, after 15 minutes, the pain came back. Any tips on what I should do? Well, let's go over a few things. If your pain is localized in this area, you may be developing something called lateral epicondylitis or tennis elbow. If you have pain on this side of your forearm, it's called golfer's elbow. This is the medial aspect. This is the lateral aspect. For that, I have a video on that for inertial exercises. Inertial is spelled N-I-R-S-C-H-L, inertial exercise. And this is the way they're performed. You put your hand straight out, elbow extended, you flex your wrist, and you hold this position. And you hold this for approximately 30 seconds. Do 2 sets of 15 seconds each or 30 seconds, and you hold this. Okay? Then you bring your hand up, not the fingers, but the hand, and you pull your hand back. The key here is to keep the elbow straight, and you hold this for approximately 15 to 30 seconds. Other things you can do, if it's this side of your arm, you can simply massage this area, and the massage should be done in a circular pattern, just like that. And just go down your arm, and then go back up your arm. Really simple, really easy to do. I hope that helps you a bit. Now, let's go to another question. And it's the soleus calf pain, how to treat it and prevent it. Well, let's talk about some stretches for the soleus. And for these, I'm actually going to have to stand up later. So let's go over a few of them. I can talk you through some. The soleus is one of the calf muscles. It's intimately next to the gastrocnemius. With that said, the calf muscles can be stretched by putting your hands against the wall, having your body at approximately a 45-degree slant, bend both of your knees, and then put your legs apart and drop the back leg. You bend both knees and you drop the back knee. This is the movement. Can you get it? This stretches your soleus. So if you want to stretch your gastrocnemius, you're going to lean forward. You can lean forward with both legs straight. To stretch your soleus muscle, you want to bend both knees, put one knee forward, and then drop the back knee and still lean forward. So you're dropping the back knee and still leaning forward, just like this. You want to hold this stretch for approximately 30 seconds. Now I recommend that you do 3 sets. And holding for approximately 30 seconds. That will stretch your soleus. Now when it comes to preventing, often the soleus is irritated if you're doing a lot of running or jumping and you're changing surfaces. That can do it. Another thing is make sure you change your shoes every 2 to 3 months, depending on how much mileage you put on your shoes. And then thirdly, be sure to stretch before and after you're exercising your lower body. The soleus is a very interesting muscle. I'll share this with you. While training for one of the marathons I did many years ago, I actually tore my soleus in my right leg, and several months later I tore the soleus in my left leg. So I know a lot about soleus muscle pain. So I hope that helps you. I hope those stretches help you. Now, the next question is, Dr. Levi, can you show us some exercises for the entire back? Sorry for any typos. No typos. Everything's fine. So I did some exercises earlier today, and there's going to be a video on those for lower back exercises. That's going to help you a lot. I also showed exercises earlier that you can do while you're sitting in your chair at your desk. That will help your back, will help also your posture. Posture is something we should all be aware of. Even when you're sitting comfortably at home with your family, make sure that you're not slouching like this. Just keep your back straight, keep your head up, shoulders square. That'll help you a lot, especially if you're doing an extensive amount of gaming or keyboard and a mouse use or use of a trackball or a console for a game. You want to make sure that you keep your body straight up and relax your neck, relax your body really. All right, next question is, hey, Dr. Levi, what do you think about creatine? Well, let's talk about creatine. Creatine is an interesting subject matter because I have a lot of questions from all over the world about creatine. So your body actually makes creatine, but you can also find creatine in foods like meat products or even fish. Now, I'm not a big fan of creatine because the way creatine works is it does the following. Creatine allows water to be pulled back into your muscles. So someone may look bigger, not because they've built more muscle, but because there's more water in the muscle tissue. So it's sort of a pseudo hypertrophy, I call it. It's not really big muscles. They may look really, quote unquote, inflated or really large or really built, but not really. The creatine actually brings in water into the muscles, so the muscles look larger, but it's not like the muscles have been built out tremendously. Now, there's also been a lot of controversy about whether or not creatine causes some form of kidney damage. Well, the jury is still out on that. It's not quite clear. There's never been any great double-blind studies that really show that conclusively that it causes any problems. There have been one thing I can tell you that it does cause, creatine can cause nausea, it can cause muscle cramping, it can cause diarrhea. That's for sure. It can cause bloating. So with that said, I believe the following. Stick to food, eating a well-balanced diet, fruits, nuts, vegetables, grains, minimizing the things that aren't good for you, like a lot of fried food, a lot of the things that taste good, it has a lot of fat in, a lot of sugar, a lot of salt, a lot of processed foods. Those are things you want to stay away from. So the bottom line is creatine. I'm not a major fan of it. All right, but I hope that information helps you. The next one. Hi, doctor. Thanks for the time. I want to ask you about foods that help me to gain muscle mass. I use dairy products, yogurt, cheese, butter, and some other proteins, but I don't want to have fats on my belly, for I am aiming to tone my abs and have a six-pack. Should I stop consuming dairy products? So let's talk about that. I'm not a big proponent of dairy. I never have been. I think that we can get a lot of calcium from other foodstuffs, especially vegetables, leafy green vegetables. There are a lot of other things we can get adequate amount of not only fiber, but vitamins and minerals. We can get them from vegetables. So I'm not a big fan of dairy. And also, when it comes to, you want a six-pack, the six-pack is real easy to get. The six-pack is about aerobic conditioning and training. Everybody has a six-pack, all of us. The key is getting it. Well, how do you get a six-pack to show? It's by diet. Diet and aerobic conditioning. You have to exercise at least 30 to 45 minutes a day, and make sure that your aerobic training is consistent, and then make sure that you're minimizing high-fat foods like butter, like cheese, white flour, processed foods. That's the issue. You have to minimize that stuff. All right? I hope that helps you. Now, with respect to gaining muscle, you want to know about that. Well, again, I'd recommend lean meats, lean fish. Those are the things that I think are just the best to really help build muscle. Many people may say, well, take amino acids, a lot of supplements like that. I'm not a big supplement guy. I think it's always better to get everything naturally from the source, from the earth, basically. All right, so next question is, what are some ways to increase metabolism? Well, let me tell you about that. That's an easy question. The best way to increase your metabolism is one word. It starts with an E. Can you guess what? It's the elixir of health, exercise. If you exercise, you will increase your metabolism. That's the bottom line. No one can do it for you when it comes to exercise. You have to do it. And I know that our audience, I know the Dr. Levi community, I know all of you are committed.